everybody. This is a video on how to start a vegetable garden. Starting a vegetable garden is very easy, and I think almost anybody can do it, depending on where you live. It doesn't matter much if you live in a hot climate or a cooler climate. Anybody can start growing a vegetable garden. This year, my garden's a little skimpy. I haven't been doing a good job, but uh, anybody can start a vegetable garden. And the first thing you'll need to do is have a good area for growing vegetables. Most vegetables need full sunlight, meaning about 6 hours of direct sunlight every day. Okay, so you got the sun up there, and this area here gets at least 6 or 8 hours of direct sunlight every day. So it's a good area for planting vegetables. Uh, Next, you gotta build a space, uh, build a place for growing the vegetables. So find the location, find the place first, and then start building it. Uh, Here, what I did was just put some blocks. Buy these blocks uh, from the home improvement store, hardware store, or gardening center, and I put them here. Uh, this is not the exact use typically for these blocks. Uh, and usually people like to stagger them, so like one here and then one there. But if I did that, then on the end, the last one, it wouldn't fit exactly and some soil would be running out the back. So I just made it even around, and it doesn't look perfect, but it's better than nothing. I used to have a lot more soil, it used to be filled to the top. But so this is one option you can do. Another thing you can do is build it out of wood. Okay, so this is a little bit old, but it's cracked. Uh, but what you can see here is you got the planks of wood, and just this edge here, you measure off the width of another one, and you kind of see how it fits in there. Okay, see how it fits in. Uh, it's a very simple woodwork to do. You just need a saw, pencil, ruler, measure it out, cut it, use some nails to nail each one down. You can see how this is very old. This is about 20 years old. Um, you can do this, and to raise the dirt is very high in here. To raise the dirt level, you can fill in the bottom with some filler dirt from maybe even just sand if you have to. If you don't want to use sand, you can buy topsoil. Topsoil is the cheapest soil you can buy. And then on the top, you can mix in some good soil from the garden center. Typically, you don't want to buy all vegetable soil. It's very nutrient dense, and uh, you want to spread the nutrients around. So what you can do is buy one bag of topsoil, one bag of vegetable soil, and mix it together. And this will spread out the nutrients. You can even, if you want, use 2 bags of topsoil and 1 bag of garden vegetable soil. It can be organic if you can find it. And this will have a good amount of nutrients to spread around. So you can fill it with that. Um, and also another option for you to do is just plant the vegetables just directly in the ground. You might not even need to build up. You can just build it directly in the ground. And of course, farmers do this. So you also can do it if you have good soil. If you have animals in the area, you're going to need to protect it with fencing and other things. Maybe have a greenhouse. But you can also plant vegetables directly in the ground. I planted some flowers directly in the ground here and there, but they have not come up yet. Next, what you'll need to buy are either seeds or plants themselves. Now, I think seeds work very well. Possibly not all the seeds that you buy will sprout, but most of them should. And the seeds are very, very cheap. You can get a pack of organic seeds, about 50 of them, for about $2. If you buy a plant, this plant over here, an oregano plant, I originally got as a small bucket, in a small bucket for a couple dollars, maybe around $3, and now it comes back every year. So the next thing after you choose the plants, you choose the plants that you want, and then you plant them in the correct location. So, for example, you have to be careful with planting plants. For example, tomato plants and potato plants do not mix well together. They cause a problem for each other. So you can't plant those together. You have to choose the correct plants to plant and make sure that they can handle the type of weather. So, for example, cucumbers I planted, and it said on the seed packet that July is the last month that I should plant them, and it was July, so I planted them, and they are growing very, very well. So if you're using seeds, just follow the instructions on the packet. It will tell you exactly what to do, so you don't have to worry too much. It will tell you how deep, how far apart, and how often to water it, or the sunlight and everything. So the seeds are easier than you think. You don't need to start them inside your house if you don't want to. Other other plants like trees, fruit trees, you need to make sure that the tree can produce fruit. For example, apple trees or pear trees usually need more than one tree of a different kind to produce fruit. So what am I saying? Apple trees have many different kinds. An apple tree needs the pollen from another tree of another kind of apple in order to produce fruit. Okay, it is not self-pollinating. It cannot pollinate itself. It needs the pollen from another tree of another kind of apple to produce fruit. So be careful when buying fruit trees from the garden center or wherever. Fig trees, on the other hand, are self-pollinating. You don't need the pollen from another tree to produce fruit. You only need one fig tree by itself, and it can produce fruit. So research the types of plants that you're buying before you buy them. See what they go well with, see how to grow them, and don't just go out there and buy a plant and stick it somewhere and expect it to grow. You need to do some research and find out if if the plant will grow well in your area, if it likes the shade or sunlight, how much water to give it, does it go well with other plants, or is it not good with other plants, and things like this. So this is how to start a vegetable garden. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can ask.